Oh Lord, YouTube, it is that time again, and you motherfuckers, we having a family discussion right now, cause last night I took an L, but tonight I bounced back.
Last night took an L, but tonight I bounced back.
Alright guys, so what is up and what is percolating party people? If you guys don't know what I'm referring to, yesterday I dropped my full restoration video on this $2 thrifted pair of metallic 5s that I acquired in my last trip to the thrift. Now a lot of you guys said that these came out looking like shit and they came out looking like trash. All I have to say is, do they look like trash now? Fuck no. Now when there's a bright ass studio light right on them, yes, they do look shiny, but it's not about defending what I did yesterday. It's about giving a quick little explanation and discussion with you guys about a lot of shit and a complete correction on the paint job, since that's what a lot of you guys did not like and thought made the shoes look like shit. So, first of all, man, a lot of you motherfuckers was trying to roast me like I was some goddamn airplane peanuts. And I think those are pretty good, you know, good source of protein if you don't eat meat such as myself. But you bitch ass motherfuckers was straight up leaving some unhelpful ass shit. And I like making videos like this because I like interacting with you guys, and that's why I'm making this video right here. And to correct my mistakes from yesterday. So there is going to be a revamping and a correction of the shoes at the kind of middle to end of this video. So first of all, man, let's get into some unhelpful ass comments. So Tom Whitner said, who else knew they would still look like shit? Now, first of all, if you guys look at the shoes at the beginning and look at them now, I don't feel like they look like shit at all. They look way fucking better, just straight up. Now, I also got some comments that were pretty helpful where someone said the shoes look better when they were clean and not painted. So here are the shoes when they were clean. Now, as you guys can tell, there were a lot of areas of the shoe that had straight up leather just ripped out that bitch, tons of scratches, and the whole sock liner was really fucked. Now, I have no problem personally with rocking a pair of BJs that I think look dope, such as these like pure money little 4s that I got for, I think they were 20 bucks at Frenzy in Washington when I lived out there. But these shoes don't have the leather, all super fucked up. They still look plush, and I like rocking J's that look older and that show their age and kind of like vintage mystique, if you will. Cause I like rocking old clothes, so having some dope ass old shoes kind of to offset the whole fit, it really looks sick in my personal opinion. Now the shoes yesterday were so fucked, and I was making a full restoration, that I didn't want to just say, oh, I'm making a full restoration and clean the shoes and leave them as is, especially with missing chunks of leather. So that's why I went ahead and actually gave these a brand new paint job. And granted, with the paint that I used, I was sent from Angeles. So they didn't send me flat paint. They sent me a package with a certain limited amount of supplies, and all the paint that I got sent from them was all of this glossy ass shit, and I didn't get sent a duller or a little like matte finisher, which I could have ordered, but I try and make these videos drop right after one another. So I picked these up a few days ago, I looked at what I had on hand, and I restored the shoes. Now I actually do have a solution to make these less shiny, which again, you guys will see. But first, let's get into these bitch ass comments that you motherfuckers are leaving, and you guys just need to be addressed real quick because that shit is stupid as fuck. So Juan Solis, you said they look like shit. That was your comment, they look like shit. Now, I don't personally mind if someone says they look like shit and then says because you didn't do this, or forms some type of constructive criticism. But I had to go off on your ass, and this is a long ass thread of replies because you kept replying to everyone who was talking shit to you. But basically, I had to hit you with a response that was real as fuck, because I said, how about you make a channel, upload a better restoration, and until then, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, bitch!
Because a lot of you guys are the main ones on the sidelines who would never once even remotely try to customize a shoe or make anything dope, who are the main ones talking all that shit. So before you sit here and charge me up like, Paul, stick to thrifting, do your fucking research, bro. Because I was one of the first ones to make custom sneakers, even on YouTube, period. I painted fucking realistic depictions of Darth Maul on a pair of J's. These weren't retros, so it didn't get as many views. That's neither here nor there, though. All I'm basically saying is, before you talk that shit, walk that shit. If you restore 20 pairs of sneakers and tell me and give me advice, I will definitely heed it and take that advice. But don't sit here and be like, bruh, you didn't put acrylic finisher on the shoes though. You didn't put acrylic finisher on the shoes. I have acrylic finisher, but I didn't put it on because you don't fucking need to. And from day one, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. Y'all don't need to spend more money on product if you don't actually need to apply the product to create a long-lasting motherfucking paint job on a shoe. So I'm gonna try and save you guys money and provide the most practical means of customizing and restoring a shoe as possible. With that being said, if you guys said the shoes look too glossy and looked a little bit weird or looked fake, I will take that advice and have no problem fixing and correcting what I did, which is essentially what I'm about to do right now. But basically, don't talk shit unless you do stuff first. And shout out to everyone who left, some dope ass comments being like, I think the shoes look better. I appreciate that. Again, anyone who left constructive criticism, I appreciate that. But Joe, or whatever, Juan, whatever your fucking name is, shut the fuck up, dude, because honestly, I could have blazed your bitch ass up and flamed you just based off your profile picture, but I'm not about to do that because at the end of the day, I still think what you were saying was the shoes look like shit because honestly, they could be better. So, without further ado, I'm going to do my best to improve the shoes, make them better, and break down the steps I actually use to try and not make the shoes as glossy and saucy. Let's fucking get into it. Alright guys, so first of all, before I even do anything, I just want to show y'all the glossy paint job that everyone seemed to hate in natural lighting. So this is when a studio light is not just blasting light on it, and yeah, it definitely has some gloss and some sheen to it, but it's not as bad as it even looked yesterday in natural lighting. Now with that being said, bang bang, here is the studio lighting on it, and obviously it looks a lot more shiny because there is a light literally 1.5 feet away from the surface of this shoe. So no shit, it'll look more shiny than it does. But of course, it still is very glossy, and even I can admit that. So without further ado, we're gonna solve the problem. And how did I do it? I actually had to rip out the laces again, take all the laces, strip the shoe back down to the bare bones, get it all nice and naked the way it was supposed to be, as I said yesterday. And then I actually switched brands on them boys. So I got some Jacquard textile white acrylic paint. Now this, of course, like Angelus, can be used on leather products, and I actually mixed a little bit of the white glossy paint inside of it as well. So then I just started painting the surface again, and I actually laid down 3 completely new coats of paint just to make sure that the gloss was reduced and was dulled a little bit, because again, I didn't have the duller, and I even looked on how the Angelus duller is applied, and they say you apply it after every coat of paint, which honestly seems really ridiculous. So I would recommend anyone buy the flat paint, which of course I will do in the future, but right now I'm just trying to correct the issue. So again, when the paint was laid down, you guys can see the difference. The right shoe has the gloss, the left shoe does not. So you literally can see the light beaming off the right shoe, the left shoe not so fucking much. And so this like close-up does go to show that it actually does make a difference. So I do appreciate all the fucking feedback. Here again are the little toe caps. I mean, of course they are a little bit creasy, starting to get them out. It is what it is, but the right one is way more greasy. So then I got the right shoe that was still very glossy, and I started wiping that bitch down with, of course, the brand new fucking Jacquard paint. Now the only complaint I have about Jacquard is that once you pop the top on the paint, it dries very quickly, where Angelus doesn't. But of course, it still does basically work the same. It is meant to be used on leather products, so it will not bend and crack as you are wearing and rocking and shocking the shoes. So that definitely isn't a worry. Now, just to address the fucking haters and everyone saying I needed to apply acrylic finisher, I am going to show you why I did not do that yesterday right now. So, of course, you pour it on a nice little rag or sponge, and then you apply it to the shoe. So I applied it to this t-shirt, and then I started rubbing it on the Jacquard paint, and my dear God, it's like I fucking did nothing. It literally makes the shoe so damn glossy. You can see it just shining and glistening. It looks like a fucking pearl straight out of a damn clam's mouth. No fucking joke. But I did this just because I knew this shit would happen, but just to get you guys to shut the like, look how glossy that is. Acrylic finisher on flat paint does not fucking work. You guys said a matte finisher, yes, that would work a lot better. But I'm just showing everyone who told me to put acrylic finisher on that. Imagine the gloss from yesterday with even more gloss. Exactly. Shut the up. And I'm not here to be rude or anything, but you can tell the difference. I mean, flat versus extra sauce and gloss with the acrylic finisher. And that's why I don't do it. So please don't ask me that stupid shit again when I do a customization, why I don't put acrylic finisher on it. This is the reason. This is the explanation. If I have to put it in video form, then here you go, because I have to tell you guys that it is very unnecessary and you guys don't need to fucking buy it. So then I painted the other shoe again that I put the finisher on with 3 more coats of the paint just to prove the fucking point, and then I relaced it. And without further ado, man, here are actually the shoes in all of their glory, flattened out. And yeah, it doesn't look super different, but it does look fucking different. I mean, they are not throwing and reflecting light all off the frame. This actually is with the studio light on them, so you guys can see the reduction of the gloss. It is still a little bit shiny and shimmery, but it definitely is not too overpowering, and especially when you don't have a light 2 feet away from it, it will not look that fucking wild. So here you guys go again. Here is the shoe all finished. I was pleased with the result this time. I'm glad that you guys told me I should get on my shit and actually make it look less glossy, because at the end of the day, y'all were right. It did turn out a lot better in my opinion. So thank everyone, honestly, who left a comment. As y'all can tell, I definitely am satisfied with the way these shoes came out. And if you guys want to call me out yesterday, I probably wouldn't have corrected the issue whatsoever, and there would have been some super shiny metallic 5s out in rotation. And I know during this voiceover, I did sound really fucking frustrated and angry at times, but that honestly is because I was frustrated with a lot of the comments, because none of you guys have actually put, I don't want to say none, but I say the vast majority, I speculate, has never put your talk into actual practice and done a customization or a restoration, so you're literally just talking out of your ass. So the next time you want to comment some shit or tell someone how they should restore something or how they should customize something, do it your damn self. But again, man, it's neither here nor there. I ultimately am glad that you guys did call me out on my shit, because again, like I said in my previous video, I'm not afraid to say I made a mistake, and I'm definitely not afraid to correct the mistake and have a better result at the end of the day. And that basically is what happened with the shoes. And just real quick, man, I left the outsole super yellow because it is an overcast day and I didn't want to reapply many sessions of that same material. I could have got some different some of that Salon 40 shit and put it on the bottom, which I still may do eventually, but I left that part in the video yesterday just because I want to keep it real with you guys. If I make a mistake in my customization, I leave it in, because you guys may similarly encounter that problem or have that mistake. And honestly, I don't suck any company's dick for money like that, so I'm not trying to put you guys on any product that you don't need. That's why I don't push acrylic finisher, the matte finisher maybe, and that is why I do not push any like expensive little salt solution or any rejuvenator when you guys can just get soap and water and clean a damn pair of shoes for the low. So I try and make my tutorials and my restorations as applicable as possible. I am still like a young spawn in the pond, you know, a little tadpole, and I gotta grow up to a big ass restoring frog. But I want to show you guys how you can transform thrifted items from trash into treasure. So if you guys enjoyed, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch y'all next time. If you guys still don't fuck with the shoe, there's nothing I can do. It is what it is. I am gone.
Killing these songs, leaving a bloody life I roost to. And I'm in it to win it, so I'm somebody that you should get used to.